Okay, so we're continuing our backend part. Right click on the FB, which is our server. Then we'll write new PHP file, and this will be notifications, notification or notification.php, whatever you prefer, guys. Okay, let it be just notification. Okay, so this file will be, this file is responsible for inserting, deleting, updating, and selecting all notifications from the server related to the current user. Okay, very good. So first of all, as you remember, always we need to check have we received all the information to current file or not. So okay, to do this, first we'll write if statement. We'll use if statement. If round brackets, then curly brackets. In the round brackets, we're putting exclamation mark, which states for false, and we'll write here if is set equals false, which exclamation mark means false, and this round brackets of if set, we will receive the value under the key by user. $symbol underscore request and square brackets, then single quotation marks, and in the single quotation marks, we will write by user underscore ID, for example. Then we're coming out from the round brackets, except the last ones, and we put or, and we continue. Exclamation mark is set in the round brackets. In the round brackets, we'll write $symbol underscore request, then square brackets, then single quotation marks, user underscore ID. Then again, we're coming out from the round brackets, except the last ones, and again, we put or symbol, and we continue. Exclamation mark is set. Then in the round brackets, we'll write $symbol underscore request, then square brackets, then single quotation marks, and we'll write here type, which we are checking is the type declared or not. If it is, for example, if some of these are false, let's say by user ID or type ID, then we will execute here the error message. So we'll write return square brackets, then single quotation marks, status will be equals to single quotation marks 400 semicolon, and return square brackets, then single quotation marks, message, then equals to single quotation marks, missing required information, and semicolon at the end. And we want to show it as a JSON, echo JSON underscore encode our return value, and return means do not execute it further. Okay, so this is actually we are checking did the file received all necessary information. Okay, if it did receive, so then we need to access all the values under these keys. Okay, so I'll create a new variables to access these values. By user ID equals to HTML entities, then we'll write $symbol underscore request and square bracket single quotation marks by user underscore ID. And the same we are doing for the user ID. The variable will be user underscore ID, and the key will be also user underscore ID. The same we are doing for the type. I create a variable which is $symbol type, and the key will be the same like here, and which means the same like in the database type. Okay, very good. So here we are. This we're casting accessed, or we're casting received values and converting them to the variables. Okay, great. So then we will establish connection with our server. So here we are writing require, then in the single quotation mark, or you can just put around brackets, then single quotation marks. We're going to the folder which is secure, that is the one. Then we're going to the access.php file. Secure right / access.php. Then here we're creating a new variable access equals new access, and here we're constructing the file. Host will be localhost. User will be root. Password will be empty password. Then the name of the database will be FB and semicolon at the end. Then we will run the function which is connect access arrow connect and semicolon at the end. Very good. And now we will try to insert it. So we'll use, this will be a multifunctional file notification. This file we will use same like for friends.php. We'll use for inserting, deleting, so and so. So here first, the first action will be insert if opening close round brackets, then write dollar symbol underscore request square brackets and single quotation marks action, then coming out from the square brackets equals to, let's say, insert, then opening curly brackets, execute insert method. And here we are writing or accessing our access.php, access arrow insert notification, and here are our variables which we've already accessed, and I want to check was it successful or not, and I will assign it to the variable result. If we go to the access.php, you see here we're always returning the result of our execution. So when we assign this function to a new variable, so this will store whatever value is returned. Okay, so here we're execute or run insert function. Okay, we'll check now if open and close round brackets, then curly brackets. So in the round brackets, we're writing result. If there is a result, then one scenario. If not, then another one. So if then square brackets result curly brackets. Here we're writing return square bracket single quotation marks. Status will be equals to 200 in the single quotation marks, and the same we are declaring the message return then square bracket single quotation marks. Message will be inserted. Notification inserted. Okay, very good. For the else method, which means result, there is no result, so then we will write notification could not be inserted. Okay, very good. So this is we're executing insert method, and the same we will do for the delete method. And here I'm writing else if, then round brackets, dollar symbol underscore request square brackets, then single quotation marks action, coming out from the square brackets, double equals marks, then space single quotation marks, then delete, then coming out from the round brackets and curly bracket. Okay, the same we're doing result equals to access arrow delete notification, and the variables will already have them declared. And the same, we're just copying the if logic and we're pasting this. So I'll write a comments, write delete function, here deleted, here it failed to delete, and here I'll write as well inserted. So this scenario means inserted, here it failed to insert. And let me change here deleted, oops, notification deleted. Okay, and notification could not be deleted. Okay, so we'll save this file, and finally we need to echo return everything, echo JSON underscore encode. This will be our return value, not result. Guys, be very careful, we're returning a return value, and then we will disconnect it, access equals to disconnect semicolon. Okay, so here we are return JSON and close the connection. Okay, very good. So we will now test it. We're going to the local host. Here I will write localhost right slash fb. So then I have a notifications.php. Notification.php, guys. Notification.php, then it shows missing required information. Then we'll pass all the required information by user underscore ID will be 2, which is a Jennifer Lawrence in my case. Then we'll write and the user underscore ID will be 1, which is a Bradley Cooper. Let's say enter it, so it says we need to declare type as well, and type equals, let's say, like. Oops, so something went wrong here as well, so we'll have to, yeah, so you must be a capital as we declared. Okay, so first of all here 34, yeah, and we forgot to declare the action, which should be insert. Here we go, notification is inserted. So what we will do, we'll go now to localhost and we'll just make sure that everything is inserted successful. We're going to notification and here we go, the notification got inserted. So that is great. That is great. Then we'll change the action to delete. Notification is deleted. And check it, and here we go. So it got disappeared. So here insert and delete function works fine. So now is the time for us to go to the front end and continue our development.